answering my questions as truthfully as I can, despite evidence to the contrary. This is Tell It to Someone. First question is from Dud V2. How do I get a job in Africa if my current residence is on the moon? Well, I could answer that. I could answer that in a really, really accurate way, except it would be considered racist. Those pencil-nosed moonites know why. Next question is from William McAlpine. Is my dad ever coming back from the shop he left 18 years ago? Thing is, he's still at the shop. He's also at home. He lives at the shop. I'm not telling you which typewriter shop okay, he lives at the typewriter shop, and I can't tell you too much because, well, there's not many typewriter shops left, specifically because there's nobody who uses typewriters anymore except for the Russians. He's in the Russian typewriter shop. There's only one of them. Go there. You'll find him. Next question is from Joe Freddy. Donald Trump, Pauline Hanson and Malcolm Turnbull are in a bus heading over a cliff to certain oblivion for anybody left inside it. You can only save one of them. What sandwich do you make yourself? Well, considering that it's those three and I can only save one of them, and I would make sandwiches for the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. I mean, yeah, I disagree with them religiously, but then again, some of their music is good. Okay, they sing well. Next question is from Mega Mitch. Can you make a video on how to make a bacon Nutella deep fried sandwich? What ingredients would I need for one? What is the ideal amount of time to deep fry such sandwich for? Also, are you going to what are you going to do for your 400th episode of when it inevitably comes up, perhaps a musical? Well, there's a lot to unpack from that one. Firstly, the peanut butter and Nutella and bacon, the Nutella and bacon deep fried sandwich, I mean, of course, needs a lot more peanut butter than you probably realise, and of course, bananas. But that can wait for another time. Maybe you could help me do that one, because I don't know how to deep fry, because I've never had a deep frying device. Well, I don't know what I'd do for my 400th episode 400, because I just make this stuff up as I go along, and it's very hard to come up with a musical just off the cuff, especially since I only play the trombone and I can't sing and play the trombone at the same time. Chris D asks, what are your ideas on polyamorous relationships, and would you be one? Well, the Mormons, of course, have polyamorous relationships. Well, the original Mormons, and then they sort of became all, we want to be Americans now, so they don't do that anymore. Well, they do. They do. Well, some of them do. Anyway, no, I probably wouldn't, except for if it was Marianne and Ginger from Gilligan's Island, then I'd choose between them. Marianne on the left, Ginger on the right. But I'm sort of getting off topic, aren't I? Wombat and Charlene, what's the next question for the day? What does it mean to put trust in a bean, and what would it mean if a bean just wanted to be? I don't know. I honestly, it's a bean. It doesn't do anything except, sprout and become one of these things. I don't think they're beans. They're swamp grass, but you don't know what I mean. Next question is from Robert Bowe, and it's the last question of the day. A week ago I was bitten by a vampire and I'm pretty much turned. I tried Advil, it didn't seem to slow my transformation, but I didn't want to accept that my fate is to be an immortal nocturnal blood-soaking predator should I increase my dose of Advil. Well, of course, Advil is it's an anti-inflammatory painkiller, and as such is really good for menstrual cramps and and joint swelling, arthritis, tennis elbow, like I've got right here. Anyway, what you've got is a blood disorder, which is vampirism. Now, I would suggest having aspirin instead, but that just thins the blood, and it makes the blood taste a little bit... It's kind of like having low-fat milk, and you really, really don't want to have the blood you're drinking, you know, kind of watered down like low-fat milk. It's not all that good, apparently. I'm not a vampire myself, so I wouldn't know. So that leaves other painkillers such as codeine, and I would not suggest you have codeine to kill the pain of becoming a vampire, because, you know, it's not available over the counter anymore. And if it's no longer available over the counter, you're going to have to go to the doctor to get a regular supply of codeine. And if you do that, then the doctor's going to start asking questions, and then he's going to put you on a methadone program. If you go on the methadone program, then you can't, and then you're not getting any. You're not getting any. You're going to have to stay on the methadone program, because they test you regularly, and if they test you regularly, they might find out that you're a vampire. And Mormons tend to frown on vampirism. I mean, when you get the terrible hunger, then, you know, you're going to have a problem, you know, finding young maidens to suck their blood. Some of them are still cooperative, but no, not really. And you know, and those methadone places, they're only open during the daytime, and you'll get a little bit sunburned. Yes, yes. I really, don't ask me how to stand out in the sun if you're a vampire. I really couldn't tell you. That's it for Tell Someone for this week. If you would like to ask me a question, like Robert Wallace did, he asked, so where do I leave these questions? And he spelled these wrong. You ask the questions down there in the place where questions traditionally get asked, which is below this video if you're on the YouTube page or in the YouTube app. And if you're not, then you've got a problem, because that's the only place I answer questions from. Or you can use the same place, the exact same place, to answer this dovetail question, which is a sensational dovetail question, even if I do say so myself. It's so good that I'm not even going to refer to the contents of this question, because I don't know what they are. That's how good it is. Yep. I am still vamping, going on about stuff that I really don't know about, and you're still watching. I know you're still well, I don't know you're still watching, but I assume you're still watching, because, you know, I can see you through the screen. And stop that! I'm dangerously talented, and I don't have a cool sign-off. Oh!